Hello everyone, in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can make validation in Laravel. So what is validation? Validation means we are trying to make the user give proper input field when they are submitting the submit button. It means without giving the proper data, user won't be able to submit the data in the database table. So for it, first of all, what we need to do is that we need to go to the file location where we are getting this view. So we have product title, product description and product image. So we are basically getting this view from our home.blade.php. From here you can see add product, product title, product description and product image. So this is just the input field. So first of all, in order to make the validation rules, we need to write the validation rules in the controller from where we are storing the data in the database table. So here you can see from action URL add underscore product. So this URL is this one add underscore product, and this URL is calling this function in the home controller, which we have in the home controller. Here you can see add underscore product function. So from here we are basically storing the product data. So in order to make the validation, first of all we need to write our code in the controller function. So here we are going to set $request, this arrow sign, and here you can see this $request is basically this $request. Okay, and here we'll say validate. Then we'll give to first bracket to third bracket. Then let's just give some space and we'll give at the end a semicolon. And inside this we want to make the validation for those input field. You can see product title, description and the image field. So for it, here in the home.blade.php, here you can see name equal to title. For product title, for the input field, name equal to title. So in the home controller, we'll give to single quotation or double quotation. Then we'll say here title, then equal this arrow sign. Then we'll give to single quotation. Then we'll say over here required. And that's all. So right now, if we just save this, and then if we now refresh our browser here, and if we just keep the product title field empty, just give the description and the image. From here, click open and click add product. It will refresh, but it won't store data in the database table. So if we now, here you can see in the product table, we have only 3 data. If we now refresh, there won't be any more data here. But if I give the proper title, proper description and a proper image, then click add product, then refresh, there you can see we have the data. So the validation for the title is perfect right now, but obviously we need to show the validation error message. But before that, let's just do the validation for title, description and product images as well. So let's go back. And here we need to give a comma. Then let me just copy this, Control C, Control V, Control V. We have 3 input field. So the next input field is description. So let me just copy this. Let's go to home controller, and here we are going to say description. And this image name is image. So copy and we paste here. And for the last one, we do not need to give any comma. So everything is required right now. So right now, if we save it, then if we now refresh here, and if we now click add product, and if we now refresh, there you can see there is no more entry in the database table. But we need to show the error that you did not give the proper input so that user can understand. So for it, what we need to do is we just need to go to our home.blade.php, and so here after the add product, we are just going to give to second bracket. Then we are going to say here $errors, and that's all. So what it will do is that if there is any problem in the validation, it means if the user did not give the title, description or image, then it will automatically show over here using this error syntax. So this will automatically show us the error. So right now, if we save it, then if we now refresh here, then if we click now the add product, there you can see the title field is required, the description field is required, the image field is required. Let me just zoom in. So here you can see the title, description and image. So we are able to show the error. And if we now refresh, there you can see to third bracket, this is coming for because of this, we write this. That's why obviously we want to show the error like that. So let's go back to our code and let me just remove those. And here we're going to say at the end of if to first bracket, we'll say dollar errors, and we need to in this if condition. So we'll say here at the end of int if. So inside this if condition, we're going to show the error on by on. So in order to show the error on by on, we need to use at the end of for each loop. So we'll say here at the end of for each to first bracket, then we'll say here dollar errors, in this arrow sign all, then to first bracket we'll say here as dollar errors, and we'll in this for each loop. So for it we need to say at the end of int for each. So basically, first of all, we are checking if there is any validation error in the controller. If there is any validation error, then it will come to the for each loop, and then over here we'll show the error on by on. So in order to do that, we'll use li tag. Li means list tag. We'll show the error in a list. So in this li tag, we just need to say over here dollar errors, and that's all. So it will show the error on by on in a list. So first of all, it will check if there is any validation error here. If there is any error, then it will come to this for each loop, and then it will show the error on by on in a list. Let me just save it, then refresh here. And if I now click add product button, there you can see it is showing us in a list. The title field is required, the description field is required, the image field is required. So right now let's make the text color red. That will easily understand that there is some error more clearly. So for it, all we need to do is we need to say here style, we'll say color, it will be red. Save it, then refresh, click add product. There you can see the title field is required, description is required, image field is required. And if we give proper title, proper description, and a proper image right now, click open and click add product. There you can see data. The data is uploaded in the database table. If I now refresh, there you can see there is one more data. So let me just introduce you to a few more validation rules. So for it, let's go back. Let's go to our home controller. And here you can see title is required. So we can add few more options here. For example, in order to add few more options, we need to give this sign. Just click shift and then the backslash button, then you will see this. So here in the title, what we can do is that we can say the user how many text you can write, max or minimum. For example, if I write here minimum 6, it means user must give 6 character. So right now, if we save it and if we now refresh here, and then for example, I give the title ABC and product description random, and let's just give a random image over here. And here you can see that the product title character is 3. But in the validation condition, we write the minimum character needs to be 6. So here you can see minimum is 6. And here we give only 3 characters. So right now, if we click add product, it will show us the error that title field must be at least 6 characters. So let me just show you a few more validation rules. For example, instead of title, in the title input field, we want to make the user give their email address. So for it, what we can do is we can just say here email, then we can just save it, then refresh here. And if we give any other input field, for example, and click add product, it will show us that the title field must be a valid email address. So right now, let's say here test at the rate of gmail.com. Let's give a description random. Let's upload an image and click add product. And there you can see the data is uploaded properly this time. So right now, if we refresh our table, there you can see title test at the rate of gmail.com. So there's one more thing that I would like to show for email. For example, you do not want the user to give the same email address multiple times. So for it, what you can do is you can just give this sign here and you can say unique, then this clone, and here you can see that my table name is products. So let me just copy this and we'll paste it over here, products. So what this will do is that it will keep the email unique. It means on email can be only once in the database table. So right now if we save, then if we now refresh here, and if we give the same email address again, test@gmail.com, let's give a random description, let's choose a image, and let's click add product, and there you can see that title has already been taken. We are not able to keep the same email address multiple times. If we refresh, there won't be any new data over here. Okay, so let me just remove that for the product. For the title, let's just keep it the title required. So for description, we can set a rule for, let's say, max amount of text can be, let's say 20. Let me just show you every error as much as possible. Refresh here, let's give a title, and let's just copy some text. Let's say random text. Let's just copy this random text from here and paste it here. Let's choose the image and click add product. So here you can see that description field must not be greater than 20 characters. So the last thing I would like to show is for the image. So here for image, here you can see required. So here we are going to give this, then we'll say image, then again give this, and we'll say here mimes, then this clone, and here we can mention what kind of file you can upload here. Will that be JPG or PNG or JPEG? There's a lot of file like SVG file. So we'll only allow those 4 type of file. And then we can do one more thing, and that is we can set that the maximum size of the image. For it, we need to say here max, this clone, and we say 2048. 2048 means 2 MB. If you write 1024, it means 1 MB. Let's say 2048. So this validation rule will only let the user upload JPG, PNG, JPEG or SVG file, and the file size cannot be more than 2 MB. So right now, let's save this. Let's refresh here. Let's give something. Let's choose a file. Click open, add product. Obviously, it will be uploaded properly, but if we just make the size here smaller, for example, let's make it just 48 for now, just to show you the error. Save, refresh, give a title, give a description. Let's choose an image. Let's choose this one. Click open, click add product, and there you can see the image field must not be greater than 48 kilobytes. So yeah, I tried to show you all the possible error messages. So let's just make it 2048. Now let's say you do not want to show the message like this. You don't want to show those messages, you want to show different messages. So you can show custom message as well. So for it, what you need to do is that, let's go back to our code, and here you can see we give to third bracket. So let me just write it like this. Let's give a comma about here. Let's give to third bracket again like this. And in this third bracket, we'll give two single quotation. Then here you can see title. So we say here title dot required. We make everything required. So let me just copy this and paste it here. Give this equal arrow sign. Then we'll give two single quotation. Let's say title is required blah blah blah. Okay, so we can just give a comma over here. Then let me just copy this, paste it here, and here instead of title, let's say description. This one will be image, and let's say this will be description, and this will be image. So this is custom message. So you can set custom message anything you want. So this error will show for required. If you want to show like a custom message for max, you can do that as well. Okay, so for it, if you want to, let's say, show the custom message for max, you just need to say here max. So let's save this, and let me just refresh here and click add product, and there you can see the title require blah blah blah, this on. Okay, so we are able to show the custom message properly. Now let's say stop showing the error message at the top. You want to show the specific error message below the specific input field. So we can do that as well. So for it, let's go back to our code and let's go to our home.blade.php. So here at the top, we are showing the error message. So we can just remove this, or you can comment it out. So we'll just remove those. And here we want to show the error message just below the input field. So here after the input field, we'll say span, and inside the span, we'll say at the rate of error to first bracket to single quotation, and this error is for title. So here you can see title. So this here inside this at the rate of error, we'll say title, and we also need to in this error. So we need to say at the rate of int error. And inside this, in order to show the error message for title, so this will only show the error message for title, since we mentioned here title. In order to show the message for this specific error, all we need to do, we need to say here $message. So this $message variable will help us to show the error from the title. So right now, let me just copy this, Ctrl C, and we'll paste it for text area. For description, we need to say here error description, and for image, we'll do the same. So here we'll say error image. Save it, then refresh here, and if we now click add product, there you can see title field is required, description is required, image is required. So it is showing beside the input field. If you want to show bottom, we can do that as well. So for it, let's just do one thing. Let me just cut this spam from here, spam, and let's just have it after the div. And let's also say here error message style color will be red. So we'll do the same thing for the description and image as well. So here we'll say style color red. Then let me just copy the image part, paste it here. Again, let's say style color, it will be red. Save it, then refresh, click add product, and there you can see the error message properly this time. And let me just do this and click add product. Here you can see we give the title and description. And right now, if we click add product, there you can see it is showing us the error. It means the data is not uploaded in the database table, but the data over here is missing for the title and description. So we need to type it again. So that is the problem. So in order to solve that, all we need to do is that we need to go to our input field. So here you can see input type text, title equal to name equal to title. So here we are going to say value. We'll give to second bracket, and we are going to say old to first bracket to single quotation, and inside this old we are going to say this title, name equal to title. This will go over here. So what this will do, this will keep the old value if the data is not uploaded in the database table. Okay, so we'll do the same for the description. Ctrl C, and for text area it will be a little different. So there won't be any value for text area. So for text area, we write it like this. Let me just show you properly. So I hope you can see it clearly. So this will be description. So let's save this. Then let's just go back to browser, refresh. Let's give some type description, click add product. There you can see it is showing us the error that image field is required, but the product title and description is still here. So right now let's give an image. Click open, click add product, and there you go, data is uploaded successfully. If I now refresh here, there you can see there is one more data. So this is everything about validation. I hope you are clear. If you have any question, just let me know. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe my channel. I would really appreciate that. This will encourage me to make more tutorials like this. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in the future tutorials.